Ole, this deserves a cigarette. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, hear me out. My brother, I tested this. Trust me. I tested this so much with Tier Elements. When Tier Elements was hit by the banlist, I was like, you know what? I wanna mix Tier Elements with Phantom Knight. Because you can go Cherubini shenanigans, right? Into sprint, you can send them. It didn't work out. It didn't work out very well. I was basically sodomized. Every game was like me feeling at 90 degree. I'm sorry, like I'm very sorry to say that this engine is just outdated. You can win some games, but the engine is very, very outdated. And also relies too much on board presence. Like the only good thing about this deck is that you can play through barrier and still OTK. I do think that this deck can play very well into drop decks. After they remove your normal summon, you have only Jackalope, Tsuchinoko, Junk, so it's 3. I mean Sharon, I guess, so it's 4. You can win some games. I'm not saying that you cannot win. Like, this deck is very powerful when it pops off. It's just that you should not waste your time on this. Obviously, I'm not gonna break because I'm skilled. But let me show you why it doesn't work. And I hope I'm not mistaken this time. Oh, nice. The deck changed itself. It dressed like the deck dressed with Super Heavy Samurai. It felt like a Super Heavy Samurai deck, that's why. Fine. My bro. Fine. Ah, my brother in Christ. Finally, we see someone with a functional brain. Puppet lock. We see a puppet lock, so that's fine. They call me the puppet master. You feel me? Again, Nadir Servant can only be good if Kashtira is out of the meta. Nadir Servant is also nice under Droll because Nadir, if you guys don't know, can also add the Fallen of Albats from the graveyard. So that plays also around Troll and Lockbird. So we see, I mean, like standard take on this. I still hope for Despia to be built without the Bestial package. Even though I still think like the Bestial package is not bad, don't get me wrong. I think the Bestial package is insane. I just hope to see a deck list without it that makes sense. Mono Tragedy, Mono Mercurier. Fine. I guess we play the Santa Claus because I guess it's light kaiju and stuff. I don't like the Santa Claus, and I will explain you why I don't like the Santa Claus. There is a reason of why I think the light kaiju is better, especially in branded, and it's against Kashtira. Now you might tell me, Nesh, but if I summon the kaiju light, then the kaiju light is 3300 attack, and I cannot out it. There are so many game states against Kashtira in which you can deal with almost all the board, but you will have to leave him with the kaiju on the board to lock him. So what you actually wanna do is actually him keeping the kaiju so he cannot crash it. Against Kashtira, in my opinion, against Kashtira, you wanna actually you actually wanna give him a big kaiju. Now, obviously, there are other things that Santa Claus can do, which is obviously nice that you can use Santa Claus tribute set Ibli. So, I mean, there are pro and cons of why you should play or not play Santa Claus. Now, the reason of why you want to play Santa Claus is because you can tribute summon the Ibli, and also because you summon it on your opponent's board and it's easy to out. Okay, when you are outing a board, it's very easy to out. The Gizmek, the kaiju that has 3300 attack is that when you summon it on your opponent's board, it's not as easy to out as the Santa Claus, and you cannot tribute an Ibli with that, obviously. So I guess you guys can take it in consideration when you build your deck. There is a reason of why I like the kaiju is because, again, when you summon it on the opponent Kashtira play, and you can actually lock him under this kaiju, if you can deal with all the board when you don't have a way to respond to his follow-up, giving him this kaiju makes him impossible to remove it from the board. He cannot crush it, as it would happen with the Santa Claus, obviously. And also, like, if the Santa Claus sticks on the board, you lose the game, because, like, most of the time they're gonna draw you out. They're gonna draw you out. They're gonna have 2 draws the next turn. It's very hard for Kashtira to not draw you out. I don't think it's bad. It's just, like, my personal opinion. It felt very good, the Kaiju for me, but, like, if you expect Ibli lock, then you should probably play. I don't think you need, like, double Ash. Like, I know why you're doing that. Like, just cut 1 Ash, just side 1 Ash. Don't do it to yourself. 1 Ash is enough. Don't do it. Just side 1 Ash. Like, it makes actually no sense to side multiple Ashes. Just side something else. Put something else here. Like, there are so many options. Like a Magnamut might also be fine. Just side something else. The extra deck. Okay, there is something that your extra deck is missing, and in my opinion, it's mandatory. It's actually mandatory, because this is the way you beat purely. So you play 1 Mod, and you play 1 Venom. Now let me explain you why. Now you would tell, like, actually you would say, Nash, but how is that real to summon Starving Venom in order to attack the Noir? Hear me out, it's very important. That's what you do. I mean, Mood makes itself dark, so your opponent cannot target the Starving Venom, okay? And then you can do Starving Venom shenanigans. Then you can go Starving Venom attack the Noir. But obviously you will tell me, Nash, but how do I pull this off? Like, it's actually very hard. It's not something that I can do. Also, in your main deck, you should play Branded in White. I think you should play Branded in White. So put it at 43 and play 1 Branded in White. And then there is another thing. So you play this package, and let me explain you why. Obviously, this House Noir, but it's not an immediate answer to Noir. So what you do is this. You grind, okay? Because they summon Noir in defense, and they are gonna feel safe. They are gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna stick with my Noir in defense. I'm not gonna use the effect. Because the moment they use the effect of Noir, you win on the spot, right? Because then you can out Noir, because it's not anymore immune, because most of the time it's gonna have like 6 materials. So if they use Noir, then Noir is not immune anymore, and you win on the spot. If they do not use Noir, this is what happens. You grind the game, and you keep puppeting lock them. Okay, you puppet lock them. They are gonna still feel safe, but with your grind game, you will set up a Starving Venom plus Mood Dragon. And then you can out Noir. So it's a 3 turn to out Noir, but in the meanwhile, you keep puppeting lock them. And if they use the effect of Noir at any point, you win on the spot. Next one.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Skill drain in this deck makes absolutely no sense. I wish you could, like, I think you should play more Lava Golem. Actually, 3 Lava Golem, cut Skill Drain and Yaron and clean 40. I think a Rivalry sucks. Play the 3rd Gods match. And play the 3rd, there can be only 1. Rivalry actually sucks now. Play the 3rd Gods match, the 3rd there can be only 1. Cut Skill Drain and play 3 Lava Golem and you are on a clean 40. Next one. Torso. Why do you guys force me to do that? Why do I have, like, to ruin the day of a Sword Sword player? Like, the Sword Sword player only wants to enjoy, like, his deck. I know that. Like, the Sword Sword player is that kind of guy that show up to local and is gonna be like, yo, I love Sword Sword, I love verbs. I love Sword Sword too, don't get me wrong, I love Sword Sword too, but there is one thing that in Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to learn. And it's when it's time to leave a deck, you leave the deck. If you get too passionate about a deck, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. There is a very big conflict in between Ringworm and Sword Soul Engine. Is that the Ringworm, it's another normal summon. Or you have to resolve your Sword Soul in order to special summon it. Keeping a token on the board, or having a body on the board, it's not as good because of the level of this card. It's not like a real extender. The level is not good. The level of this card is not good. So, okay, you do this. I mean, I think the entrap ratio is good. Entrap ratio is fine. You play Imperm. Fine. 42, good. Normal summon, good. You cut these and you play Circle. 100% Circle. That is not even debatable. There is... You wanna play 42? You cut one Circle. And you play around Ogre. I think you wanna play around Ogre, so you play the third Circle. I think 2 Circle is fine, but, you know. Gamma is insane. Don't play Driver. You see this card? Don't need it. You don't need it. Just activate Gamma and hope that your opponent scoops. Okay, let me see. So we have to cut... I think you can cut one evenly because you have to count. Basically, what happens is you play 5 cards going second and you want to draw one of them. Just find another synchro. Here, like the last one, you can decide. Doesn't have to be Shen, can be literally anything. Just like light your brain. Like actually use a synchro that you are not gonna use against every matchup, but you wanna be specific matchup with it. When you summon it, it's game over. You know, like just use a synchro that when you summon it, it's game over against like a specific deck. Because the Dragite, you are never gonna summon it. It's like, okay, you're gonna summon it under when? Like Gods and Match. Who gives a fuck about Gods and Match? Let's move on. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing that. No. Oh, okay. Okay, now it's a new invoke at least. I see. Now it's new. Anyways, I'm not doing that. I'm actually not doing that. No, I cannot do that, chat. I can... Chat, makes no sense. It's literally Entrap Turbo with just 6 Eyeless. What's this? What am I supposed to fix? This is only Entraps. 3, 6, 9. Okay, you know what? Let me show you. Solo mode. How? Okay, no, it cannot work like that. Again. Yo. Holy shit. How is this real? How is this real? You have only 6 starters in your deck, 7!